Two Shure microphones, two different price points, a number of different features. So what is the difference? We've got the Shure PGA48 and we have the Shure Beta 58A, which is pretty much their flagship in the Shure range. So what's the differences? Well, the PGA48 is what's known as a level entry mic. So obviously there's a difference in price point there. The Beta 58A is what's used on stages and in studios globally. This is what you'll find a lot of singers will stem back to in terms of a mic they use for live performances. So the price difference reflects overall performance, and it's not just in the actual branding itself. Now I've got to be careful throwing these around, saying that they are very durable mics. It looks like I'm using these as a maracas, but I'm not. So the build and feel, what's the difference? PGA48 is lightweight. PGA48 lightweight, pretty much a basic construction, functional for the price point. The 58A is heavier, it's more robust, and it's made for definitely being a touring mic. The 58 tends to have a better pickup. The 58A tends to have a tighter pickup and feedback rejection, which is exactly what you want, especially when you're on stage. Both of these are dynamic mics, no phantom power needed. I'd say the PGA48 is warm in terms of its pickup, slightly darker, and you get less detail with the high frequencies. 58A is a lot brighter and it has a lot more presence. More on the sound sources, the 58A, more on the sound character. The 58A has a louder sources. More on the sound character, the 58A, more on the sound character. The 58A handles loud sources better. The 58A handles louder sources better without distorting. The PGA, however, 48 is a lot less forgiving, which is great for beginners, which if you're starting out as a singer is less revealing if you've got a weaker technique. So who is each of these microphones for? So I'd say the PGA48 is like I say, entry-level mic for beginners. Really nice for a humble home setup. I tend to use this as part of my microphone when I'm doing radio shows, home radio shows, independent ones. For home studios or for anyone who's just starting out, who's getting used to learning how to sing as well as perform. But really good functional microphone that you can use at home, no problem whatsoever. 58A I'd say is a lot more of a functional microphone if you're a working musician and you're used to gigging regularly, used to touring, and you just want that premier quality, that reliability that you can trust with this Shure feature. So the 58A I say is for working vocalists, working musicians who tend to tour or gig regularly, or you just want say you're a regular speaker at conferences, and you just want something that's super reliable every time you're going to go on stage. It's definitely worth its weight in gold, worth investing into that kind of high level of a premium microphone. So in summary, if you're taking performance seriously and you want to take it up to that next level, I would highly recommend the 58A, the flagship of the Shure range. If you're just starting out but you still want that Shure reliability, that Shure quality, but you just want to look at it, you've got a smaller budget and you're not sure kind of where to start, this is a great starting point. It's going to do the trick every time. The last feature has got an on-off button on the actual microphone with the PGA48. That doesn't come with the 58A. However, that's because this is going to be controlled pretty much via mixing desk most of the time, or by someone who's more of a accustomed musician or speaker who's kind of used to dealing with a mixer as well. So that's a real nice feature, turn on and off simply. When I do some DJ gigs, I always take this one out because people tend to ask if I can speak over the mic, wish people happy birthday, that kind of thing, address the crowds if I'm doing a private gig. And sometimes after a few drinks, people can get a little bit leery. So this is the one I always go to because I don't want this getting damaged anytime too soon. But because this is so robust, it's still tried and tested and working perfectly from the day that I bought it. Couple of common questions. Do you need an interface? Depends on your setup, but for the most part, I'd say yes. XLR connections there, so you can go XLR to XLR, XLR to 1/4 inch jack, depending on your setup. If you don't have an interface that goes into your computer, but you have a mixer that does the same, which pretty much acts as a interface, then it's going to do the same kind of trick. You're going to need some kind of interface, whether it be a mixer or a dedicated one, to transfer the sound through to your source that you're looking for. Do they include cables? PGA48 typically does include a cable just to get you up and running. The 58 series doesn't, so you've got to factor that into your cost as well. But again, if you're going to do that, go for a higher range cable with a higher range mic. Okay, so you get that reliability. It's kind of the equivalent of buying a brand new lovely supercar, going to the petrol station and putting 91 in. What you want to do is put 90, 95 in just to keep that engine running. Same principle with this. Get a good cable that's going to support a fantastic mic. Get a good cable with this one as well. You pay for what you get, or because it comes with a cable, maybe you want to purchase a second cable for this one as well. But like I say, they typically do tend to include cables as part of the bundle package. But double check the offer that Shure is putting in with the PGA48. And lastly, while we're on the subject of what's included, both also come with a nice Shure faux leather microphone case, zip case. Very durable, easy to clean. Put your mic in there, keep it nice and safe and secure. Make sure you look after your mic as you're going along, because and if you do, they're going to last you a long time. Again, this one I've had for 3 years. This one I've had for around about 5 years now. Bought this one because my wife is a vocalist, so I bought this one as a present, but I also use it as well. She loves when she performs her jazz pieces. She sounds absolutely fantastic. Saying that, she doesn't need a mic to sound fantastic. She's going to sound fantastic anyway. But this just carries her voice really nicely and emphasizes the tones, the beautiful and natural tones that she has. So there you go. Hope that helps. Which one are you going to choose? So before you go, if any of the gear in this video has caught your eye, then you'll find everything linked below or in the description. And some of those are affiliate links. So if you click, and some of those are affiliate links. So if you click and buy something, I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you at all. I'll see you in the next one.